Yeah. So does anybody else have a new DIQ they want to share? I'm sorry, there's lots of them and I don't remember all of them. So who has a DIQ and you want to share? Kylie, would you tell us about your DIQ? Yeah, let's just stand. Let's just stand. It'll help us. I have Amanda. She's a nurse. She's a nurse. We met her at children's She's your sister who's really good too. We're excited. Yeah. She's doing great. That's awesome. Good. Who else has a DIQ? Oh, Deb, yes, I have one too. Deb and Carolyn, we are so excited for you guys. So Deb is in Indiana, and then Carolyn is in Canada. So let's clap for them. Yay! I think Mackenzie might. I don't know, maybe not. No, she's not on here right now, but we're going to record this. I'm excited about Carolyn. So, yes, we're super excited. I'm so excited. Who else? They're all excited about you guys. Who else has a DIQ? Or has one? Heather. You have Heather? Yeah, Heather. Yeah. You have Mackenzie. So did y'all like the little 50 sheet? I mean, it looks, to me, I think it looks like it's getting full. Like, I think we can make that full. Don't you? I think we can too. All right. Well, y'all excited to be here? Yes. I know. I can tell. Y'all know I have secrets, right? So should I start with the secret or do more training? No, start with the secret. Just do the secret first. Do the secret. I need to get my Then we can focus. Then we can focus. Oh my gosh. Okay. The secret has to do with our guest speaker at Autumn events. So that's the big secret. So who already knows who it is?
Well, that's what we want it to be.
Well, I can't change it now, Tim. Well, who do you want her to change it? Who do you want it to be?
Glory Maple Name.
Exactly. What? Wow! We got So I know my heart's like palpitating. So let's go ahead and start on the multiplications. We're getting to sit up and say, yeah. I'll work on that. I've got page 1 of the flyer, not page 2. So let me go ahead and give you the flyer. Yeah. Yes, it's online. No, she's not. Did I give to me too much secret away? You're telling me I should say you got it. Here. Necessarily. Yes. I mean, y'all can tell. I mean, I don't have to tell anybody. Y'all can make it a big surprise, a big announcement to your meeting. Yeah. Did Randy email you guys the registration slip? Yes. So that way you can print them and take them to your meeting and have people sign up for it. So y'all just have to work it where I don't want y'all to like skip Jumpstart. Like you can't like skip over registering for Jumpstart. Because usually Jumpstart's where we register everybody for fall retreats. So don't let me telling you this stop you from getting people to Jumpstart.
I was even a little worried about getting people to seminar once they hear this, that, because it's an expense.
To keep it a secret until Jumpstart and you announce it there.
Well,
I think that's a good idea. Because I think that to get us people to register for Jumpstart, like there's going to be this big announcement, you need to be there.
And I have a reason for telling you now, is because it's only 6 months. And so I'm going to talk to y'all today about like a 6-month plan so that you show up looking good. Okay? But I'm totally fine with keeping it a secret.
I almost think we need to.
I'm okay with it.
To get them to register for Jumpstart.
Yeah, you can
t-shirts and get them to now how we get them Jumpstart.
Okay, let's keep it a secret. Don't post on the internet. Okay, here's this one. So here's the Jumpstart flyer. Are y'all good at y'all keeping this?
Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out inside.
Well, and it's kind of nice because I asked her about a year and a half ago, and she said she couldn't come. She said she couldn't come. She's supposed to be on Safari. She's supposed to go on Safari. Okay, with her. So with her husband. They were supposed to be on safari, and then like I don't even know, like December, she said safari got canceled. I'm coming. And I was like, okay. She's like, if you still want me to come.
No, we got somebody else better.
Oh my God.
You can still come. So this is the other thing is that it is max capacity at Great Wolf Lodge is 200. Max capacity. And we had 145, 150 last year without Gloria.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So it will be max.
Well, we gotta have some new people
So we
too.
need to register now.
So it is on the website. Like you guys can register. Like if you want, for autumn events. Jumpstart registrations on there, autumn events registrations on there. So you guys can go ahead and do that, and you can go ahead and book a room because there's 50 rooms. 50 rooms. Well, in case people like do 4 to a room and things like that. And they usually give you more, but right now it's 50. I think the room rate went up like $5 or $6 in a night, and they wouldn't change it. I tried. I think your mama.
Yeah, I think we ran out of the autumn.
Yes, Carrie. Okay, Carrie. It's 169. Yes. 169 is for the event and food. Okay. It's gonna tell
And
it
your
tells
t-shirt.
and your t-shirt. Okay. So it tells what food, what that consists of. Yes, that's what you get for the 169. And then the rate is what is it?
129.
Okay, the rate is 129. So it's so good. I mean, it's usually like $350 a night, $330 a night. It's so expensive. Like this is amazing. Like I tried to do. I called the one in Charlotte to see if we could do it in Charlotte, and it was still like $275 a night. Like it was insane. We won't ever go to Charlotte. So this is a good. I think it's an unbelievable rate.
Especially for the time of year around Halloween when they do the whole Halloween thing.
Yeah, Carrie, most people bring their kids, and it's like a family trip. And then they dress up. All of our children dress up in like little costumes, and they have candy. They go trick or treating. Caitlin goes down the water slides. But she does. She like you won't do. Well,
Just
good. They love it. They love it.
Because you look so good. That's what it is.
So, okay, calm down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna keep it a secret. Yeah. So we're gonna keep it a secret, and we're gonna promote Jumpstart because if we get them to Jumpstart, then we can get their registration. At, the same thing with seminar. We don't want it to hurt seminar either. Because y'all also for seminar, we are promoting that this is Glenda's final stages of being in Mary Kay, and so this year we're doing a legacy day with her, and we want people to kind of know her, too. I think that would be important. But for Jumpstart, there are ways that they can get recognition that's on the flyer. So, promote that. DIQs, new directors, those are things that they can get awarded for on stage. If your unit has 13 or more consultants in attendance, like strive for that. Like strive really hard. Like work on getting 13 or more consultants because we can put lots of chairs in there. I mean, we can get like 350 in there. The Star Consultants always gets recognition, and then the new Princess Court Parade. So I don't know if y'all have looked at that, but the company's even added a Princess Court where they're going to get recognition at seminar for hitting 20,000 retail. So if somebody comes in as a pearl, let's say, that's 10,000 already.
Yeah.
So any new emeralds has an opportunity to be at seminar on Princess Court, emeralds, pearls. So, don't let them miss that if they're like, you can go to your Court of Sales report and just look and see there how close people are.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Are you recognizing directors for that as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
directors and consultants.
Okay.
And then Mary Kay fixed that. And not all directors get the recognition, but like if they were new since career conference. So like Kelly, they're not going to penalize like Heather and y'all for debuting this month.
Okay.
If they're a brand new director, they still get to walk
The Princess Court.
the Princess Court.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And y'all know too that when you have an offspring, if it's after career conference, they sit with you at seminar. They don't sit in the back, but they have to debut after career conference to still sit with you. Just let you know those little tiny details. And then I'm going to Italy in a few weeks. And that's this little part here, the 100 faces for 100 birthdays. So we're going to talk some more about that too. But everybody that holds 100 faces, and I'm hoping y'all will be like the leaders of this. Like I really don't want it to be like 2 directors walking across stage and then 10 consultants, because it just doesn't look like leading by example. So I really want y'all to embrace this 100 faces. And then I'm going to buy a gift for everybody that does 100 faces April through June 30th. So we'll have like the Italy table or something set up.
Seminar last year, I was still set with Bridget, and I debuted in November.
Well,
Jane sat with me too, and Jane
it's not, they may have changed it then, Jillian. They may have changed it.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Maybe they changed it. It didn't used to be.
Sorry.
But that would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good. Yeah. Yeah. Bridget sat by herself. So they may have changed it.
Yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah.
And y'all know that they now have breastfeeding stations. If you didn't know, if you have consultants that need to take babies, there are now breastfeeding stations with TVs and lounge chairs, and husbands can go and babysitters can go in there. So that's nice. They have refrigerators for you to put your milk in and labels and everything.
That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
I think it's
I
great.
know. That's right. I'm like, well, who does this?
Mary Kay.
Who does that?
Nobody else. Mary Kay.
Well, let's do some more recognition. So, who is registered for seminar? Would you raise your hand if you got it in? You registered for seminar. Thank you guys for getting on that and doing that. Thank y'all so much. So, if you haven't done it yet, just do it now, or put it on your notes to go online, and because they just take it out of 2 payments out of your check.
Right.
Yeah, 2 payments from your check. So go ahead and register for seminar. Did everybody get into the office, or do you have any problems with that? Trying to book a hotel? No problems. Okay, good. So I think we have 27 rooms or 32 rooms. I don't remember.
I did not want to miss a room.
At the office. So as soon as you book your registration, it'll prompt you to check into or register for the hotel, and then you can go ahead and sign up for that. But I think it's a $100 deposit. Yeah, for the hotel.
It is. Yeah.
$100 deposit for the hotel. But the office has got some lots of upgrades. They sent me some pictures. I can email you guys now. But they have a coffee shop and stuff inside the hotel. Okay, so who hit their $400 unit qualified bonuses? Who can we clap for that? Do y'all know who did it? For qualified? Yay, Sydney! Bridget, did you get yours? Yay, Sydney and Bridget! Yay! So DIQs, this is how this works, is that when you have 4 unit members or new directors, 4 unit members that come in at 600 or higher, then you receive a $400 bonus. 4 unit members, 4 consultants, okay? All right, what about personal recruiting? Who had a new team member? But yourself, but you personally got one. Yay! Good job! Yay, you did that! You did that! Yay! Who got 2? Who got 2 or more personal recruits? 2 or more? 3 or more? Woo! Good job, Cindy. 3 personal.
Like, how many did I get?
2?
I need to look.
4? 4 more? Good job, Carrie. 5?
You just been so busy.
Yeah.
Keep turning.
So, Christy, let me get a picture of you and Kelly. Anybody else have 5? Christy got 8 personals. Y'all go stand beside each other. Let me get a picture of you and Kelly. 5 for 5. Woo-hoo. Kelly, do you want to do that too? There we go. Christy's gonna. Hey, thank y'all so much. Christy's gonna share. So after I get done with the recognition, she's gonna share. Christy had 8 new team members and 20 new units team members.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's good.
So this month's gonna be big.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we are. Because you've got motivation.
You've got momentum.
Yeah.
What about who earned their 13% personal team commission check? Woo! Maximizing the money. Okay, we'll teach you later. Yeah. That just means when you have 5 girls, 5 personal recruits that order $225, plus you do your 600, then you max out the most you can get from your personal tank. But I can
It's the same
say
as a
It's the same as a consultant.
yes, it's just not letting it go. So who saw an increase in their paycheck? Because like I mean you should have. The whose was major. Lauren, yours was major. Like how much more was yours?
It was somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 just.
Wow.
I think it was like $1,500 just in my 13.
That's awesome. That's like extra.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Christy, did you look and see?
I think I just keep getting, the 13 is just normal.
Okay.
That's
But
good
it
though.
did
It
increase your pay. I know it
I mean,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Anybody else? Bridget just knows she got a really good check. Anybody have a new red jacket?
I think I did. Amy.
Amy?
She went red
Official?
jacket official. Ashley
Okay.
went red jacket official.
Good. What about, we did on target. So we miss anybody on target? We did the IQs. I feel like somebody has it on target.
Kelly's on target.
Kelly, you're on target. Your card. Good.
Yay.
You're almost halfway done, right? Because you did like 8,000. That's good, Kelly. 8,000. Yay, Heather, get the card too. Good job. Karen has an on target. That's right. Karen Lincoln has an on target that's going to be in DIQ, and she's only been in for 30 days. I think sometimes it's nice to see that because, you know, we don't always get it, but it is possible, you know, if you find the right one, right? Oh, good. Good. That is great. That's awesome. Okay, so our May goals, I'm going to give you our May goals real quick. And this is, I think it might be the same as last month, but y'all know how I go with this. We're going to say it till we get it.
That's right.
Is the first lines are our goal for May in production-wise is 200,000 in sales. The second lines are 200,000. And I'll teach you what line you are if you want to. So like, Kelly, you're like a first one now because you're part of Sydney's unit, but when you debut, you'll be a second line. Okay, second line's 200,000, and then third and fourth lines 100,000. But y'all get to be combined.
This inner circle or diamond?
This would be inner circle numbers. Okay. So we're at that stage where we haven't hit these numbers yet, Leslie, but we need to figure out how to hit them so we can do inner circle next year. Because there's too big of a gap. And we would have to do about 400,000 first line, 400,000 second lines to actually really hit inner circle this year. But we need to at least figure out how.
Yeah,
like
this
this
is
is
our
our practice
practice
time too. Yeah.
Angie still?
Angie stuff. Yep. Yep. So we've got to work on hitting it one time, and then I know we're gonna do it every time. I know we can. All right, and then of course our other area goals are going to be 50 DIQs. 50 DIQs by June 1st. And it looks like a lot of you guys I feel like y'all are confident about having a new DIQ. So I'm going to go over like some coaching questions and things to work with moving somebody up and let y'all ask me some questions too. Who feels like you feel momentum happening in your units? Like you can tell that it's coming. And it's a good feeling because sometimes you just don't have it. You just don't have it. You know, Jeannie Martin did a speech one time on what is it. She's this whole big long speech. Have you heard it before?
No,
I will get you.
cool.
I'm gonna get you this. I have it on my phone. I think I can send it to you. So she talked about that. It was such a good speech because she talked about you know, sometimes you have it and sometimes you don't. And sometimes you don't know where it is or where it
I don't know
is.
what it is. Yeah.
It's such a great speech because it's like it's almost like you're gonna know when you have it. You can always find it again if you don't have it. Pray until you do and work like it's happening tomorrow. So that would kind of be like a summation of what of what her speech was about. Is that we all know when Melissa has it or Leslie has it. Like you can tell when somebody has it, you want it. You know, it's a great speech. So I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah.
But she came back around to say everybody can find it again. You've had it at one time before in your life. You know how to find it again. And so maybe in your notes you can write, I can find it. I can find it.
Who was that?
Jeannie Martin.
Really good.
Jeannie Martin. Yes, I'm gonna ask her to come in January to start. So that's my goal.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
She'll-
nice. She did training for something that we did.
Yeah, she did a Zoom training for us.
And it was,
good.
I don't remember, but I remember thinking it was really good, whatever it was, it changed it. I was thinking about something.
She didn't really want to retire, and so I prepped her. I said, I'll let you alone for a year or two, and you can just let other people borrow you, because it will die out, and no one will say, hey, come to my retreat or whatever. So I said, I'll be the one that when people stop asking, I'll ask. And so I think she'll be ready to go. All right, so Kristin, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
First, is that good? And okay, so I'm gonna turn this around. So Kristin, I asked her to share today because she had a fantastic month. She finished Honor Society, right? You did 20 recruits, 8 personal team members,
Triple Crown.
Triple Crown, #1 in her debuting class.
God.
Yay! So this is awesome.
You went all
They called her. They called her like 4 days ago or something.
Okay, so I have these. I just slipped them in my notebook. I couldn't pick this one because I was doing a study yesterday, my Bible study, and just my work. And I was picking these cards. I was like, that one's good. Let's pick another one. Another one. I just couldn't stop. So I stopped it for a bit. I just wanted to read this. It says, every day of our lives, we are on the verge of making those slight changes that would make all the difference.
That's good.
And then this one says, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant.
Yeah.
There are no boundaries, only possibilities. And then nobody has a better vision of who you are than yourself. So that kind of ties into what I want to talk to you about, is the vision that you have for yourself. And thinking about in your mind, where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way. If there's that strong desire, that strong will, if the Lord has put in your heart that strong will to, and He's called you to be a director, and He's called you to sustain your business and keep growing, reaching out to women. That's what He's called us to do as directors, is to keep reaching out to women, and that prompts growth, right? So I want to talk to you about the thought process that I went through, and how that kind of went for me, how it started, and then how it kind of ended, and how it's going now, moving forward. So we started the month with a very, very little unit. I mean, I just really struggled to have that unit size to 50 and to maintain that. And it's always bothered me in the back of my mind, and I've always tried to just do the best I can, but we started needing 22 new team members or active T people. So when they were in T status, we had a bunch of people that's in T status. Last month I had reached out to all my T status people. Kristin would give me the idea to reach out to them, tell them what we were doing, tell them, Honor Society was coming up, and that we needed 50, and just tell them our goals, and just see if they needed any product, basically. If they were willing to get reactive, or if they could, just take up some orders. So we needed 22, and I got a phone call from John Seamus. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Seamus? And he said we were ranking number 30. So I had no idea. I had no idea that we were even up for Dean's List. I told Kristin, I said, I don't know what these other people are doing, because I feel like I haven't done much. It just blew me away that we were number 3 out of all these directors in the U.S. I'm still shocked. I'm still in shock. So I wanted to know how to be number 1, because number 3 was not good enough for me.
You might as well.
Might as well. I said, we're so close. Might as well just do number 1. How do we get to number 1? So that was the first question I asked myself, was how do I get to number 1? How do I get to the number 1 spot? And I'm gonna try to follow my notes a little bit too. So how that prompted that too was I got in this mindset of being fed up and just tired of being fed up and tired of, and disappointed, tired of disappointment of, feeling like I was running circles. I've just been running circles around everything. Just been doing a little bit here, doing something here, like doing a bunch of whole things, bunch of stuff, multitasking. And I don't know if y'all know what multitasking is, but I have definitely learned that multitasking is me doing a whole bunch of stuff and not so good. Not so good. So I had to learn really quick how to be intentional with my time. Like seriously intentional. Like I thought I was intentional before, but until this thought came into my mind about being intentional, like really being intentional, I mean, I had to sit down and like really figure out and make some decisions about my schedule. And some of the decisions, are short-term, I know. Short-term sacrifices, long-term gain. So I had been searching for childcare, and I really wanted to have intentional time with my children when they were home and not be trying to do 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Oh my gosh, the kids are screaming. I got to change the diaper, I got to feed, it's just crazy. Too chaotic for me. So I needed that time to be able to do my business. And then once it's over for the day, I could come home and be with my family and not do anything else. That has helped tremendously. So the Lord literally laid childcare in my lap because I was willing to try one more time. So daycare had went out of my mind, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I needed to do something because my kids were suffering, y'all. Like your kids suffer if you're doing too many things at one time. You got to just figure out how to manage it. And so I remember sitting in the car, and I had went to Wendy's, picked up some lunch, and I had both the kids and the babies in the car, and I thought, oh, what's that daycare over there? Maybe I'll try that one. Went in there. They had a year to a 2-year wait. And I was like, what am I going to do? Oh my Lord.
And you didn't really want to do daycare anyway.
Yeah, I really didn't at first, and then the Lord said, Google it one more time. Well, this one popped up that I had never even seen. Guess what? It was a mile away from my house. I called the lady. She was super nice. She set me an appointment. I went in. It was so colorful. Judy Lynn just went and she just started playing with stuff. I mean, it was just it was God. It was the Lord just sending me a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And, you pray. I was just in lots of prayer too. So, I was tired and fed up. We did like 3,200 in March. It was not a good month. Didn't even meet minimum. That's not good for me. And then Faylene, she's not here.
She's on here.
Oh, Faylene. And then you finished Cadillac. So then you finished Cadillac, and you inspired me. And I wrote a little thing just thanking you for inspiring me and doing that. You were my hope giver last month. You inspired me and you led me and you taught me and you breathed fresh air into my mind and planted a new thought. And it's that trickle effect that happens when we finish, y'all. Like when you inspire other people to finish. So thank you, Faylene, for just being steadfast and knowing it was just your determination and just making up your mind and deciding. It really is a decision. We say that all the time. We say it all the time. But I'll tell you another thought process that went through my head 3 days before. We needed 12 new people. We needed 12 people 3 days before the end of the month. And I said, there again, I asked myself, what do I need to do to get 12 new people? What am I going to do to get 12 new people? At that point, I really had to come to the realization that I had to be the one to do it. I had to be the one to do the work.
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is like, I was thinking about how this business is like my baby. Like we have, I put blood, sweat, and tears, sacrifice time, and just, I am not going to leave it to somebody else to care for. I'm not going to put that on somebody else, and I'm not going to entrust meeting a goal like that, meeting such a big goal like that in somebody else's hand. So I got a text message from a previous consultant that was on my team. This is where thinking outside the box comes into mind and listening to the Lord prompt you. So she sent me a message, and it was about some wild tree food stuff. And she said, by the way, I need a new eyebrow pencil. And she had just been terminated for her year, and really close friend of mine. And the Lord was like, you need to ask her to resign. She could be at least 21. I know that that's not, we don't do a whole lot of that, but I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about anything. So what that led to was I told her, I just laid it all out. I told her our goal. I told her we needed, 12 more people. And she said, yeah, I'll do it. So she resigned. I don't know where that's going to lead. I mean, who knows? Re-signing her, it could prompt her to do something. So that led to me reaching out to everybody, like anybody that I was thinking in the back of my head, okay, who has been terminated? Who could I reach back out to? So I started pulling out my notebooks with all these names, everybody's names, and then I found hostess names. I found hostesses that had held parties for me before, and I was like, totally forgot about her. Totally forgot she was even on my team. So I started reaching out to all these people and just telling them our goal and being really bold about it and telling them we need them. We need them. And so 3 of those, I had 6 people in one day that day. I worked all day. It was like 6 hours.
When was this in the month?
This was like 3 days before
It was Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, it was 3 or 2 days or something like that.
Okay.
Before. So 6 new team members in one day. 3 of those team members were re-signs. Some of those team members that re-signed out of those 3 were people that I knew had done Mary Kay before. Oh, somewhere else. Somewhere else. So I got to get with them. So I've got a plan for them. Okay, there's always a plan for them. And then 3 of them were people that I had been talking to, had already career chatted. Forgot that I career chatted her, had already followed up, but needed to follow up again. And that was that push for them to do it. So they decided to do it. Let me tell you one girl, I'll just tell you, and why I'm telling you this is because you have to be bold. Okay, you gotta be bold. That's like chill.
Okay.
Right there. You gotta be bold. Be bold. You have to be bold because boldness, confidence breeds confidence. Confidence breeds success. Boldness breeds success.
Boldness brings blessing.
Yes. I knew it was one. And people want to be with bold people. They do. So I was working at the Hilton month end, last day of the month. Had a couple of girls that had been there, and there was a girl I had met the previous week before, and she's like, I've been wondering what y'all been doing back there. And I said, yeah, we do facials and play makeup. That's what I do for a living. Ain't that awesome? She said, well, I just, she said, well, I just finished cosmetology school. And I said, oh, well, this would just be perfect for you. And so she said, I immediately got her phone number, and I said, we'll just need to meet, let's just meet for coffee. Went sometime. And so she's like, okay. So I hadn't heard from her.
So she was working at the hotel that you meet at.
Yeah. And so I was in there the last day of the month, and I texted her and I said, hey, you still here?
At the hotel.
At the hotel.
Yeah.
Hey, you still here? First time I texted.
Are you still here?
She said, yes, I
That's
am.
your booking script.
Hey, you still here?
I said, can you come down here real quick? She said, yes. She said, I'll be down there when somebody comes up to relieve me. So she came down. She said, oh, I'm going to sit down here. She knew I was going to talk to her. She already knew. She had that look on her face. She's like 22, 23.
This is the one that just finished cosmetology.
Yeah. Yeah. So she sits down, and I said, this may sound crazy to you. I said, but I am just going to be bold with you. I said, I like you. You're super cute. You were super nice to me the other day when we talked, and you just finished cosmetology school. I think you'd be great at this. We're trying to hit a goal. We're trying to hit a goal, and I want you on my team. I want to work with you. And she said, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I told her our goal, and she said, okay. She said, I'll do it. She said, I'll do it. Well, she said, but I can't do it till next week. And I said, but I'm gonna tell you what, Lisa. So she said, I can't do it till next week because I don't get paid till next week. I said, okay. And she said she's going to California, so she had to use her money for California. And I said, okay. Well, she tried for the Mary Kay card, bless her heart. She tried for the Mary Kay card so she could put her starter kit on there. She didn't get approved. She don't have credit. You know, these young girls, they don't have credit. But she agreed she said, okay, I get paid on the 4th, which is today. So I sent her agreement. She's signing today. We have orientation set up for next week when she comes home. So what I'm saying is even though that didn't count for last month, it still built that momentum.
Yeah.
That still built that momentum, just asking. Now, if I hadn't have had that goal to meet, I wouldn't have pushed to meet that goal. I probably wouldn't have been so bold with her. Probably wouldn't have said, hey, you still here.
True.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, there's that. I'm totally getting off my notes, but I think it's okay. So some of the questions that I asked myself well, I started with words of affirmation. I decided I wasn't going to be shakeable.
Wait, you want to eat and then finish?
For my goal, yeah.
Would that be better?
Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Well, I ain't got my food.
Okay. Well,
It's up to you.
No, I just thought I want them to hear you. Let's let them eat, and then we'll do it.
That's fine.
But it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah. I'm not going to mom.
No. Y'all want to say a blessing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say a quick prayer, everybody. Okay, our dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you. We adore you. We bless you. We just bless you for this day, for this weather, for this opportunity to gather together. God, just help us to be really your servants and to do your will. Help us to glorify your name through our actions and deeds. We pray, dear God, for the people that prepared this food and let it nourish our body. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, let me.
Hey, Kristin. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Our Rise Up Director Group.
This is my DIQ finale. This is my DIQ finale.